It's a great day in the village of Lafayette, and I'm so glad to be back with you on a wonderful Wednesday morning. We call this Word on Wednesday with B&B, Bishop Carl E. Brinkley Jr., and his partner in love and fellowship, John GODBOLT. We're so glad to be with you, and of course, we've got some good news for you, some good things happening in the area, and excited about the opportunity to share it with you. Now, if you're on your way to work, I've been out there in that traffic. Some of my friends have been out there as well. We're not playing. These folk are serious. I had to pray for people on phones and talking and acting like everything has to be a racetrack. This is not a racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. It's a highway with speed limits. Please check your speed. Put your phone away so we can just enjoy the trip, all right? And we're grateful again to have you with us. We got special guests in with us today talking about some things that's important to us, the black family, some history that's coming our way, some events, and I'll tell you more about that shortly. But always, we like to start with a word of prayer and a scripture. I want to talk with you about praying all prayers. Now, what does that mean? Be patient, I'll get to it. But in Ephesians, it gives us a hint of that. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 17 through 19. But I want to focus on verse 18. Praying with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. Now, prayer, number one, is communication with God. We know that. But in order to pray, you must do it from your spirit to spirit. Because in John chapter 4, the Bible tells us that God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him how? In spirit and in truth. So the true order of prayer is to worship. Worship means you set the atmosphere for prayer. But there are three basic kinds or types of prayer that we have to pray. Number one is the individual prayer. That's your personal prayer life, when you are giving you're directly talking to God, private conversation about some things in your life that you want to deal with. It's your worship time. It's your intimate time with God. It's heartfelt. And there's several scriptures in that talks about that. Mark chapter 6, verse 46, and 1 Peter 5 and 7, casting all your care upon him, for he careth for you. And all in all, you'll see that. And what you're doing with your personal prayer life is you're cultivating a time of intimacy with God. That's where you get your spiritual growth and your strength and your guidance, praying you and God one-on-one. You want to be an asset to God, not a liability to God. You want to be an asset to your church, not a liability to your church and your community. So you start that by having a personal time with God, setting aside regular time every day that you specifically talk to God, a place that you set aside that you talk to him, a time, and then also you're open, unashamed about what you're going to be saying to him. And you start first and foremost with gratitude and repentance. And finally, make sure you listen to the Holy Spirit. Make it a conversation, not a one-way you're talking all the time. Listen to him. Secondly, it's called a small group prayer. Now, that comes from people who are fostering a unity of support with each other. There's another form of spiritual growth. It enhances your ability to connect with God and with others. Now, if you want to know more about that, it's called accountability. Matthew chapter 18, verse 16, we see it again, where we see 2 or 3 witnesses. God is establishing every word. We see the gathering in Matthew 18 and 20, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name. I'm in the midst of them. So what we're talking about is God is building camaraderie and fellowship with you. Now, if you want to know how that works, remember, Jesus had 12 disciples, but he only took 3 with him into the Garden of Gethsemane. So you're building a cohesive group, people that makes you accountable and you're accountable to them. That's called building confidence and camaraderie. Now, the final one is what we call the large group or church-wide prayer, warfare prayer. It's where you all are coming together for a purpose that's bigger than you as an individual, bigger than your personal needs. It's prayer meeting, prayer change, 24-hour services and prayer meetings. It's when people come together. It's loud, it's noisy, it's movement, it's filled with demonstrations, and it causes a need to be met that's bigger than you. Your community has needs. Your church, your nation has needs. It's called angelic warfare. It shifts the atmosphere. It changes governmental laws and tides of war, decision making. All of those things are affected by it. Let me give you an example. You remember Queen Esther? She had the Jews to pray and fast to change the king's idea. Hezekiah calling on the nation to pray. God gave them a miracle. Peter in prison, the church prayed without ceasing. God gave a miracle. That's the kind of prayer. Now, how it works is if you don't have a personal relationship, you can't go to group. And once you get group relationship, you learn how to pray bigger. So it all begins with you having an individual life of prayer. With that being said, let's pray. Father, we thank you for the gift of this day, for the opportunity you've given us to share and to talk with your people. I pray that we would be the voice and an asset to the body of Christ, to our community. Use us mightily, that what we are called to be and to do, we'll do it with love, grit, gut, grace, God, and gumption in Jesus' name. And the people of God said, amen.
Amen.
All right. All right. With that being said and done, I'm so grateful to have in here with me today. I'm calling him Jeremy Wright. He's the only person I ever know who had a morning show in the afternoon.
That's it. That's definitely it.
Oh, man, it's so good to have you with us. And Jeremy, let me thank you first for being here with us. And as you and I talked a little bit coming together, we've got something coming up. But let's talk about you first, your background. I know you, but maybe we got some new folk in the audience who don't know Jeremy comes from a praying mama and all that good stuff. So,
absolutely.
So what's your history? Tell us a little bit about you.
Well, first, let me thank you and Dr. Brinkley for having me on the show this morning. Two giants in our community. Before I talk about me, let me just thank you guys for being examples for me. I've been here in Fayetteville now for 36 years this year. Wow. in August. And I've known you guys for over 30 years of that.
Yeah.
So it's been a very long time, and you've set examples for us in this community. So we appreciate what you guys have done. I totally look up to, admire, and respect all of you, both of you, and the inspiration that you've given to our city.
Okay.
And I'd be remiss if I did not give my public condolences over the air to the loss of Sandy. Being here at the station for and having the relationship that I've had with WIDU and the Cookman family throughout the years, I wanted to make certain that I said publicly how dear a friend and how much of an institution she has been individually in our community.
Thank you.
But for me, there's not very much, right? I'm a country boy from Andrews, South Carolina. I came here on August 12th, 1990 as a freshman at the Fayetteville State University.
Come on now.
You know, that's an attitude check.
Bronco pride.
That's what it is. So, and I never left after coming from such a small town. Right now, I think our population in Andrews is about 2,700 people. And coming to the big city of Fayetteville, Fayetteville was large enough not to be the small town, but it was small enough not to be the big city. So it was kind of like just right for me at the time, and I've stayed here, and throughout the years we've done a few things together. You know, we did the radio show here, we've done anniversaries here, and then we grew the As One Prayer Walk right here, from nothing to the largest standalone prayer walk in the country. Having our largest year over 9,674 people, a little under 10,000, and as a result of that, we have garnered national partnerships now, and the this year the prayer walk will be in 7 different cities. So you know, it's going to be here too. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. May 16th, we'll be right back here. But now we're venturing into something else, something that's very near and dear to my heart. I started an organization called Brother Strong back in 2018. And Brother Strong is a movement that's exclusively for the uplifting and empowerment of black men. It's to celebrate us while galvanizing our strengths, and it's built on the fundamental ideals of self, family, community. So that's a little bit about what I do. But my background, my dad is a bishop in the Lord's Church for about 30 some odd years, somewhere in there. He was. I grew up in the apostolicity of the Pentecostal faith. I was back then what you call that Jesus only, holy roller, like, you know, before it was really the thing to be apostolic. I grew up apostolic, right? In the PAW, the Pentecostal Assembly of the World. My dad and my uncle were both bishops. My mom, I heard most of my life growing up, people would say, your mom can out-preach most men. And, because my mom was preaching before I was born. My dad started preaching when I was 3. So I grew up, in the way, like folk used to say, Do
you think that inspired you to be who you are today?
I think it definitely has done that. I am who I am because of them, and I make no mistake with acknowledging that fact. I wouldn't be who I am without my family background.
Well, let's talk about the Brother Strong Black Men Empowerment. What inspired you to bring about that project? And I hate to call it a project, but that movement.
Okay. Well, I'll just jump right in. The Brother Strong Black Men's Empowerment Conference is going to happen on April 10th and 11th here on the campus of Fayetteville State University, and it was inspired. It's inspired out of need, right? I saw black men carrying pain in silence. Not having safe spaces to grow and heal and to be poured into. And this conference is my response to that. We have needs that are not really discussed often. So we wanted to create a safe place where you could go and not be judged. A place where you could reconnect with other black men, with purpose, identity, with brotherhood. And we don't have a lot of rooms where that happens. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. Our women, and I'm grateful to God for this. I think women's empowerment is going on this week or last week in Raleigh. It's been a big thing around here for many, many years. Yes. Our women have tools and resources that our men don't have. They have women's empowerment. They have sister to sister. Yeah. But our men, if you didn't choose a certain career path, if you're not in a fraternity or something like that, if you're not in the bishopric, you don't have places that you could go and be vulnerable and to talk about things that you need. So we don't have areas of healing, and that's where this came from.
So you mentioned that, and I'm just thinking about, my wife is going to a conference for women in Tennessee coming up soon, and we have these things. They just left one earlier this last couple of months ago. So I'm thinking about the brothers. When you talk about a conference like this, what's going to make this one different in your mind from if you do bring someone who has something going on?
Well, this is different because it's not just a conference. It's an experience. We're creating an environment where black men can go to be real, vulnerable, and you're going to be supported. So I think that sometimes and we're saying conference, right? And that's what it is actually. But we're not just talking at men. We're going to be talking to them from a spiritual development or mental and emotional wellness area. Everything is designed to produce like real transformation and not just be motivation to the men. So it's different because it's not just a conference, it's an experience. And we're going to have the opportunity to experience each other as brothers.
So tell me about your speakers. I know Anthony O'Neill, great guy, but Dr. Joel Tudman?
Dr. Joel Tudman.
Okay.
I want you guys to Google him. I'm Joel Tudman, JOELTUDMAN. Dr. Joel Tudman has been the executive pastor at the Potter's House, Dallas for a decade. And some expected him to actually be the successor to Bishop Jakes. But, I mean, you know, obviously we know that that's been Sarah and her husband. But he is in South Florida, and he is growing one of the fastest growing churches in America as a result of that right now. So Dr. Joel Tudman is a powerhouse. Matter of fact, just last week, the weekly podcast interview with Bishop Jakes was he and Dr. Tudman. Okay. So I encourage you to go out and watch a couple of his sermons, YouTube, his page right now. He's Believer City is his is the church, and you'll see how quickly this is growing. You know, they were doing pop-up services, and you had thousands, 10, 15,000 people showing up at a pop-up. Wow. So you wanna check Dr. Tudman out. He's going to be our Friday night speaker, but we'll get into the agenda or however.
Okay, specifically. We'll get that later. But in case you just joined us, we're talking to Jeremy Wright, who is helping us understand more about Brother Strong Black Men Empowerment Conference that's coming up. But also, he is part of our community for 30 plus years as well. So I appreciate the gift that you are to us and to so many others as well as we talk about this. We got about 8 minutes or so before we take a break. But I do want to get into more of the family. I always recognize it. We know this, that the family is strong when an individual has made up his or her mind to walk in a way that's ordered by God. So with a conference like this, when you say specifically dedicating the empowerment to a black man, will it cover places like, give us an idea, what are we going to be covering so that a man can say, hey, this is something I need? So here's the thing. If I can back up just a little bit so I can give you like where all of this like came out of. So when I just told you that it's exclusively for Brother Strong is exclusively for the uplifting and empowerment of black men. It's built on the fundamental ideals of self, family, community. For ourselves, it's an introspective proclamation that suggests that we have to be strong first, because we can't be strong until for somebody else if we're not strong ourselves, and that's a part of what our problem has been. So after we're strong, it's our individual responsibility to build strong family, and then our collective accountability is then to build strong community. So I am, you are, we are, Brother Strong is the motto. So God gave me an idea last year to write out the Healthy Black Man Challenge. And the Healthy Black Man Challenge is a 3-year activation that focuses on self, family, and community. Now, we focus on self for 52 weeks for an entire year. For 52 weeks right now, if you're a part of this challenge, if you sign up for the challenge, you get encouragement, a prayer, and activation every week to do something to strengthen you. Good. After we've completed 2026 on self, and it's the year of selfishness, we shift our focus simply from us to our family. And everything we do for 52 weeks is focused on the family. And then we do the same thing. After we've completed 2027, we shift that to community. And everything we do for 2028 for 52 weeks is focused on that. And we get this, you get it every Monday, you get the challenge. So this year in doing that, God just spoke to me, and like, so how do we really heal? Just reading these things. So the conference was formed out of this idea of the Black Man Challenge, the Healthy Black Man Challenge, and that's what the theme for this year is: healthy self, healthy black man, healthy self. So we have to be healthy in your spirit, soul, and body is your total self, right? So on Friday night, Dr. Joel Tudman is going to be speaking to our spiritual health and wellness. Okay. So Friday night, he's going to facilitate that conversation, spiritual health and wellness.
Now, that's open to everyone. The conference is open to everyone with the exception of Saturday morning. Saturday morning is exclusively men. Now, any man can come, but we are unapologetically giving information from the stage that's black man.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So, spiritual health and wellness on Friday night. Saturday morning, we have Dr. Marion E. Wright. He's going to be speaking to your emotional and mental health and wellness. That's the soul, mind. And after him, Dr. John M. Ray Jr., who grew up here in the city, went to E.E. Smith. He's a Golden Bull, went on to NC Central. He is a primary care physician here. He's going to be speaking to illnesses and diseases that predominantly affect African American men. That's Saturday morning. Those are closed sessions, and we're going to have fireside. We're going to have panel discussions about the community after that. That'll be led by our police chief. Our mayor is invited, along with our school superintendent and other leaders in the community who are all black men. Yeah. So we're going to do that, and then lunch. We're going to feed everybody that's registered.
Okay.
And I did not say that this is absolutely free. It's not going to cost a dime to anybody. I don't want to be talking too much, but I just wanted to make certain that black men had the opportunity to experience some things that I've been afforded the opportunity. And like I said, if they didn't go choose a particular career, if they're not in a fraternity or something like that, we don't normally have the tools or resources. Sure. And I wanted to make this absolutely free. And our partners, AARP, helped us to do that. So you don't have to pay a dime. It's absolutely free. And if you registered, okay, you can eat for free too. So while it doesn't cost a thing, registration is mandatory. So we need to make certain that everybody who's hearing us is going to brotherstrong.com to register.
Good deal. Well, we're going to take a break in just a moment here, but I want to again remind you that it's coming up April the 10th and 11th. That's Friday and Saturday. You don't want to miss this. It's a conference. It's going to be held at Fayetteville State University, the J.W. Seabrook Auditorium. So get ready. We'll give you more detail on how to register so you can do it. And we want if you got somebody you love and you want to be a part of this, we definitely want you to get them registered, okay? We're going to take a break. Bishop, you want to take us out, sir, so we can come back after the news and talk more with Jeremy Wright and all of those fine folk who are listening to us. We'll be right back.
Senate leader Phil Berger conceded Tuesday in the Republican primary for his long-held Triad area seat. Rockingham County Sheriff Sam Page defeated Berger. One of the premier jobs in all of college sports is open, and for the first time in more than 75 years, North Carolina might turn to an outsider to fill the role. North Carolina fired men's basketball coach Hubert Davis last night. Tehran is downplaying the state of negotiations with the U.S. as it launches fresh attacks on Israel and U.S. military bases throughout the region. Market watchers are concerned about potential insider trading due to an unusual surge in oil futures trading on Monday morning. The collision of a landing passenger jetliner and a rescue truck at LaGuardia Airport in New York City that left both pilots of the Air Canada plane dead and some passengers injured is under investigation. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
I'm Jamie Monticelli, WIDU Radio News. Governor Josh Stein, accompanied by North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services and the North Carolina Harm Reduction Coalition, joined city leadership at City Hall to announce the expansion of law enforcement assisted diversion or LEAD programs in the Fayetteville Police Department and other surrounding counties, cities, and townships. A $1.5 million investment allows NCHRC to significantly expand and strengthen the program's reach and impact. LEAD offers law enforcement alternatives to punitive measures for addressing low-level, nonviolent crimes, often involving substance abuse issues. The county says the community development team has released the draft 2026-2027 annual action plan. You are invited to review the draft online or in person and provide your feedback through April 20th. The plan outlines funding priorities and projects that support housing, community development, and services for low to moderate income residents across.
It's a cold start to this Wednesday morning. Hopefully you have the jacket. It's one of those days, though, where you need to wear the layers. We're partly cloudy by the afternoon and warmer than yesterday, with high temperatures making it into the middle 60s. Overnight, we're in the 40s to near 50 degrees, so not quite as cold at the door Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, it's partly cloudy once again and much warmer. Highs mid-toppers 70s, some of us making it into the 80s by Friday. I'm meteorologist Chris Michaels in the NCN Weather Center.
Hello, everybody. My name is Elder Betty Anthony. I attend Kingdom Impact Global Ministries, where our apostle is William T. Ford. I am here to introduce our powerful Easter production called The Crucifixion of Jesus Christ. Come and witness the story that changed everything. The date is April 5th, 2026. Our doors will open at 6 o'clock, and the program will start at 7. Here, we have Pontius Pilate, played by Pastor Travis Stroud.
Hello, everyone. A man was brought before me, in whom I found no fault. But pressure was on me from the Jewish leader, and I washed my hands from the blood of this innocent man. You all come out and see the rest of the show.
Again, come out on April the 5th. Doors open at 6 and the production start at 7 o'clock. Come and witness the story that changed everything. You don't want to miss it.
You ever notice how most helpful information always seems to show up just a little too late? Like, oh, the deadline was yesterday. Or,
you know, you could have saved money if you'd done that earlier.
Timing matters. That's why Fayetteville PWC wants you to know the summer time of use schedule begins April 1st. With smart timing, you can lower your energy costs by running appliances like washers, dryers, and dishwashers outside of peak hours, and by adjusting your thermostat just a few degrees higher between 3 and 6 in the afternoon. You can save even more. It's a simple shift that helps reduce strain on the energy grid, supports a more sustainable future, and keeps power reliable for everyone in our community. Because at Fayetteville PWC, we're committed to being environmentally responsible, dependable, and deeply invested in the place we all call home. Timing matters, and smart timing means savings. Learn more at startsaving@faypwc.com.
The Agricultural Institute at NC State University is preparing graduates for emerging trends in precision agriculture and food animal processing. Our students learn science, technology, and profitability to integrate into agricultural businesses. Experience cutting-edge research, innovative teaching, and tap into our statewide professional network. Invest in yourself and learn more about our program online by searching NC State Ag Institute. Deadline for fall enrollment is June 1st. 2 years, 1 degree, endless possibilities.
Measles is spreading in North Carolina. It's highly contagious and can make infants and children very sick. Pneumonia, brain swelling, long-term health problems, hospitalization, and death can occur. Protect your child with the MMR vaccine. It provides lifelong protection. Serious side effects are extremely rare. Millions of children are safely vaccinated each year. Insurance covers the cost, and free vaccines are available. Make sure your child is up to date. Talk to your doctor or visit ncdhhs.gov/measles. Paid for by NCDHHS.
And when you thought it couldn't get any better, it does. And we're back having a great time sharing with Jeremy Wright as well as Bishop. He said he's going to come on the air with us this time, but he played us again. He's not coming on. He didn't turn the mic on. He turned the camera on. So it's just us again. We'll deal with it, though. Right, Jeremy?
That's right.
We
right.
got this.
We can talk to him, bro. He can't talk back.
We can talk about it,
Right,
and
right.
he can't talk back as well. No, we love Bishop
That's
Carl
right. Yes,
Brinkley
sir.
Jr. He is a gift to us, and I told him the other day after he finished our homegoing service to Sandy, I'll never look at the 23rd Psalms like that again. He has really brought that. I really appreciate that gift too. Listen, I want to tell you all, if you are looking for a sunrise service, if you're not normally involved in one and like to be involved in one, there's an Easter sunrise service at Cross Creek Park. Of course, that's going to be the first Sunday morning at 7 a.m. And I want you to join us. Our church, we've been a part of that with several other churches. First Baptist on Moore Street, also First Baptist on Anderson Street. We got the Westminster Presbyterian Church. We got the First Presbyterian Church, as well as St. Joseph Episcopal Church, the Fifth Urban Ministries, Hayes Street United Methodist Church. Several churches join us, but you got to bring your lawn chair. I need to tell you that. Bring your own lawn chair. It's a great fellowship, and I want to invite you to join us this coming Easter sunrise service. It's the first Sunday morning. I think that is April 4th. I'm not sure. April 5th.
Yes, sir.
At 7 a.m. So join us. It starts, again, with a prelude from the Highlanders Brass Quintet. They open up with beautiful music. And, of course, we have an opening prayer, invocation, call to worship. And it's a great time. You'll be in and out in less than an hour, but it's a beautiful time sitting at that park and watching the sun. If the weather's right, when that sun hits that, used to be the old Sistell building. I don't know who owns it now. But when the sun hits that building and you get that reflection, it's like God himself is looking down on you. It's a beautiful sight, man.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So with that being said, again, that is April 5th, 7 a.m. at the Cross Creek Park. Where is that? Well, if you know where the fountain is, downtown on Green Street, look across. There's a grassy area right across in front of the First Presbyterian Church. That's where we're going to be. Used to be a bank there too. Wells Fargo.
Wells Fargo was on the corner, right?
On that corner, yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's where we're going to be on that day. Now, Jeremy, let's get back into this a little bit. I'm really excited about the opportunity. I like the word free. I like the word meal.
Yes, sir.
But also I like the fact that this thing is so strategically done that you're going to be ministering to every part of the man.
Every part.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Well, obviously, I said self, family, community. And while this is starting with ourselves, and that's the foundation of it, the purpose is for the entire family so that we can build a stronger community, right? So everybody, this is open to everyone, and everyone is free to everyone, man, woman, boy, and girl. And everyone has to register, but Saturday morning is simply for us. So I gave you Dr. Marion Wright, Dr. Ray, and the panel. And after we have lunch, it's open again to everyone. And Anthony O'Neill, we know Anthony from this community. Anthony graduated from Southview, was here doing wonderful work. He used to work here and do some things, show on this network. Sure. And then the youth pastor over at Simon Temple. He grew up in True Vine. Then he went down to Bishop McKissick in Jacksonville, and then on to Dave Ramsey, and then to own his own network. And he is doing an amazing job. He is a thought leader in the area of finances. So Anthony is going to be talking about money, and black money, money for our families. He just launched a new app called In the Black.
Oh, wow.
And it's an amazing app that he can talk more about. But if we're going to get our bodies, souls, and spirits right, the thing that we have to do next is get our money right, so that we can put all of those things into action that we're going to learn during the conference. So there is a strategic plan to making certain that this year of self, that we are actually standing firmly with 2 feet on the ground, and before we start running next year and building out our family. That's where we are.
You gave I love the term you call it selfish, in a good way. We've got to build up ourselves. And this sounds like something that's going to help us. Now, if again, I want to get this, I'm going to hit it twice now and again. How do we register for this?
You can register at brotherstrong.com, BROTHERSTRONG.com. No, it's not brothers, it's brother. So it's not two S's, it's one. Okay. Brotherstrong.com. You can follow us on Instagram, Brotherstrong _ Brotherstrong on Facebook. And anywhere you see the flyer, you can scan the QR code that's on. Yes, sir. Scan the QR code that's on the front of the flyer. It's going to take you directly to registration. When it takes you to the site, there'll be a pop-up that says register now, or you can just go to the Black Men Empowerment Conference page.
Again, it's free. It's going to help our community, and you can register as well. So women are welcome to attend. I see this on the flyer as well.
It's on the flyer.
Okay.
The entire the conference, it's a Black Men's Empowerment Conference, but it's for everybody.
Yeah.
Brother Strong isn't just, it is for Black men, but it's for Black families and Black community. So everybody is in our family, right? So the conference is for everybody. Matter of fact, one of our sponsors is the Fayetteville alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta.
Okay.
They are one of our sponsors. So we definitely have women who are supporting us and pushing us here. The CEO of AARP is a woman, Black woman. So we definitely have their support, and they're definitely welcome. Y'all just can't come Saturday morning. That's all. Saturday morning is just for the men.
It's for the brothers. I get it. Now let's talk about your sponsor, AARP. Tell us about that.
So AARP, we did or how it came about, or just them?
How did you get that connection?
Last year, I was introduced. I spoke at the intermission of a play called Father Figure. Okay. With a new book that I'd written called Love Letters to My Son: Navigating Love Without the Proper Example from Me. Okay. And I did that. And we were invited to, after talking with Garrett, we were invited to join him in an effort to produce something for AARP. And last year at the Park Church in Charlotte, we did the Father Figure. And I hosted there. I actually met AARP's national reps at that point, and they liked what we were offering. And they wanted to see how they could help in that area. The area of AAB men, African American Black men, and we just had we had a product that was ready to be partnered with, and I'm so grateful to Benet Gallion, who has been a wonderful partner, bringing AARP to the table with us, and I'm really happy about what God is doing. They're actually sponsoring the prayer walk too. So
that's what I'm looking at. You got a lot going on here. The prayer walk, and we got the Greater in the Park.
Greater in the Park with Todd Galbraith.
Okay, let's talk about that. Who's first, prayer walk or Todd? May 6th, both?
Yes, sir. So the prayer walk is in the morning. The Todd is in the afternoon. Maybe we could do it. I could come back and talk about that one morning. But the prayer walk, you know what that's been. I got a whole conversation about that. That's May 16th.
Right.
And then after the prayer walk in the afternoon, Todd is right now in Australia. He's on his world tour for anybody that follows him, and he's going to end that world tour in his hometown.
How about that?
Right? And he's to sold out crowds. He, Naomi, and I can't think. Chandler Moore are in Australia. They were in Australia last night. They're doing their Australian. He started in Sydney. He started in Europe.
Okay.
And then they went to Africa, and now he's in Australia, but he's coming home on that day.
And he's going to close it out with us. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I love it. So as we talk about supporting this, you've got financial support to get it. What about us as a community, as other Black men? What can we do to support or get involved?
So if you register, and get there. Okay. That'll be your involvement. And there's some other things. I want to talk about some other local sponsors and local people that we have.
Really?
Yes, sir. We got Cut My City. We have I want you to get here on Friday night. We're gonna give free haircuts on Saturday morning because we're doing barbershop talk. I don't want to give too much away, but we're going to have barbers on stage cutting while we're talking, while we're having the conversations that we're having, because, barbershops have been a safe place for us.
Yeah.
So we got Sean Morris and his team from Cut My City. I think we're going to be able to cut at least 18 to 26 men.
Okay.
Bishop, I don't know if you want to get you shaved today.
I was thinking about it. There's nothing to worry about on the top, but maybe I can do something on the bottom.
Right. Yes, sir. So we're going to have those gentlemen there. And so we're going to have First Health.
Okay.
First Health is another sponsor for us. They're bringing the lung bus. So we're going to have health screenings that day for any men who may have some issues that they want to get checked out.
Okay.
They can definitely come and register there, sign up, be screened during the morning hours. But you need to be there early because we're going to need to make certain that you are in a My Chart. They need to sign you up and get you registered. So we're doing health screenings. We're doing haircuts. So we need brothers to be there. And then we got to send a wonderful shout out to Dorothy's Catering. Dorothy's Catering, I don't know if y'all seen or tasted her food.
Okay.
But it's amazing. Actually, I think she did everything downtown yesterday for the governor.
Okay.
She is also our caterer for that day, and I got to thank her for her food sponsorship. So that's Jaleesa and Dorothy's Catering. So we got local sponsors as well as the national sponsors.
Man.
So God has been good to us. He is good to us. And
so your vision is to really impact this community, but also to take it out further. Young men who are not only, as I look at your book, and you really need to talk a little more about that too, father figures. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And thank you, Bishop, because I'm all over the place. And I want to make certain that I talked about Anthony after lunch. After lunch, we got Anthony, but when Anthony is done, we're doing the stage play, Garrett Davis's stage play, Father Figure.
Okay.
That's absolutely free, and it's a powerful, powerful message in this stage play. You don't want to miss it. I know that throughout the years, Garrett has done like Mama's Girls for the anniversary week. Think of Mama's Girls on the daddy side a little bit different. It's a little bit more serious. Well, I can't say more serious conversation, but it's a wonderful play. So that play is going to start at 3:00 on Saturday. So after Anthony is done, we transition the stage, but we want you to be in there because we're going to have activities going on. But it's going to be a powerful, moving production.
So all of this is going to happen inside of the auditorium.
All of this is going to happen inside the auditorium. Yes, sir.
Wow, man.
So when we're talking about barber conversation, the conversations are happening just at the same time that you're being cut.
Okay.
Now we're going to have a bus out back, the screening bus for those gentlemen that feels the need to, be tested or be screened for whatever. So, and those screenings, if you're already registered, takes about 5 minutes. So it's not something that you'll have a long wait for.
A side note, I was having my annual checkup with my doctor, and she mentioned to me that they're screening now for colon cancer and all the other things that's affecting us as African-American male. They're now backing up to 45.
Right.
We used to be 60, 50, and then now to 45 because of the diet and the kinds of food people are eating, that we need to be screened sooner. So that's important.
That is important, Bishop, and it's one of the reasons why we were reaching out. When I said earlier that I wanted this to be the Healthy Black Man Challenge, I prayed, and I wanted God to give me like every area that we needed to be healed in. For so long we've been on the back burner. And I know that, sometimes we say that and people don't really, they don't really understand it.
Yeah.
That's why it's called the Black Men's Empowerment Conference, because it's not for everybody to understand. It's for us to understand. And some of the problems that we see in our family is because as the foundation of that, we have been so fractured.
Yeah.
And I don't think that anybody else can heal us. It has to be done. Well, obviously with God, but we've tried everybody else.
Yeah.
How about us? How about you? The power of you and Dr. Brinkley in this room, and who you've been to, the impact that you've made in this community. Mm-hmm. What about us being in a room with other black men who may not be in church on Sundays to understand what it is that you do? They haven't had the opportunity to experience you, and that's the only way that they've seen you. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. Now they see you in an environment, in community with other black men, and they understand something different about you.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So this is a room that's going to be full of vulnerabilities. And it's and the reason why it's a Saturday morning is just us is because we are the ones who have to hold this space and place sacred. Yeah. So that we can help heal our brother, and there won't be any brothers left behind. I want to make certain that every man understands. It's not what you make. It's not how much you own. It's not your education. If you are our brother, we are our brother's keeper. Sure. And that's just get registered and come. Yeah. Right. Yeah. I want this to be a room of have and have nots, or whatever you want to call it, or however you want to describe us. But I want it to be a room of brothers.
As you were talking, it brought back to my mind, I lost my dad at 54 years old to aneurysms. I know how tough it is. I have uncles who died, and we don't even know what they died from. And as you mentioned this point about putting ourselves on the back burner, well, the nation has put us on the back burner, right, one way. But we also put ourselves on the back burner, trying to make sure that we are taking care of the family and trying to pay bills and get ahead. And it's almost like the hamster on the wheel, not making progress. So taking what you're saying here, how do we tell men that this is a safe place for you, safe space?
I think that's the thing, Bishop. We've done those things because that's been the example that we've had.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. You said the nation done it. We saw our fathers do it. There's one of the things that I talked about when I'm talking about my book. I wrote this book called Love Letters to My Son, and I opened it by saying that the things that benefited me most in life were lessons taught to me by my father. Mm-hmm. But what I suffered from more were things that he didn't teach me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I read that to my dad. Mm-hmm. And he sighed, and I heard something come out of him.
Why?
And I was like, oh, I didn't say anything. It got quiet for a minute. Mm-hmm. And my dad said, son, did you ever think that I didn't get it from mine? Mm-hmm. My dad's dad died when he was died 11 days after he was 18 years old. So he then had to basically take over the responsibilities for he's the oldest of 8. So that's basically what we've been passed down. We've been passed down all that they knew, and they were isolated. Mm-hmm. This changes because we're in a room of men who all have different experiences. All of them didn't lose their father at 18.
Correct.
Some of them had good examples. So if we have a room full of black men who have all had different experiences, I don't have my Black Men Have Feelings T-shirt on today, but we got Black Men Have Feelings is a part of our merchandise, and when people see it, they were like, oh, you do, and they think it's simply about emotions, but that's not what it is. Okay. Our Black Men Have Feelings shirt speaks to 3 different parts of our society. To the popular culture, mm-hmm. It's a statement of humanity. It says that I am a man. It says to everyone outside of us, it says that I love like you love. Mm-hmm. I feel like you feel. Exactly. I can hate just like you if you push me there. Mm-hmm. But I'm not trying to do that. Mm-hmm. I have feelings. That's to the popular culture. to our women, it's a statement of appreciation and celebration. It says, I want to be appreciated and celebrated just like you. And then from brother to brother, it's a statement of shared experience. Because if you're not famous, you can have all the money you want in the world. If they pull you over, they're gonna treat you like they treat somebody they don't know. So this being a space or a safe space for black men to be in, where all of our experiences matter. That's what this has to be.
Good. Look, we only got a few minutes here before we got to get kicked out of this room because somebody else is coming on at 9 o'clock. But let's go, again, get back to the AARP support financially. Again, making sure that everybody who wants to be a part of this is free. Registering. Let's share with them again how to register just in case somebody missed it.
You can register at brotherstrong.com. BROTHERSTRONG.com.
Okay.
Or you can follow us at Brother Strong on Facebook or Instagram. It's Brother Strong _. And if you see the QR code, scan it. Takes you straight there. Hopefully your churches are registering their men's department. They used to call them brotherhood when I was a little boy.
Really?
They don't call it brotherhood no more. You know, it's men's ministry. Did y'all call it brotherhood when you were younger? The brotherhood?
We just had it. We call it men.
Right. We had the brotherhood department. Right.
Brother, yeah.
Brotherhood.
Okay.
So hopefully we're getting all of your men departments, all of your sisters. We want the family to come out. We want to make this an experience for the family.
Yeah, and especially if you are listening and you say, I want my sons or my grandsons or my uncle children involved. You too, ladies, make sure they are registered. It would be great to have all of us.
Right. Every single one of us.
Yeah.
Just make certain on Saturday morning, if you're registering your son, he should be 16 or above, because some of the things that I said this is a vulnerable room. We're not at church. So we're not at church. So this is going to be a vulnerable room. Again, I said Dr. Marion Wright will be talking about can I run through the entire thing?
Sure.
So Friday night, we're going to have Dr. Joel Tubman. That's our spiritual health and wellness. That's open to everyone. We need a man, woman, boy, and girl. Go register the entire family. Saturday morning, exclusively for men. Any man, but unapologetically black men information comes from the stage. Dr. Wright will be talking about the emotional and mental health and well-being of black men. Then we're going to transition into Dr. John M. Ray Jr. He's going to be talking about the physical health of black men, dealing with issues that predominantly affect us. Then we're going to talk community, black men. Then we're going to go to lunch that is provided by Dorothy's Catering. After lunch, we're going to open that back up, talk to Anthony O'Neill about money. Everybody needs to talk about your money.
Money.
You gotta have a relationship with money that's good.
Yeah.
And then after Anthony, we're gonna close out the conference with the father figure play. So go register today, right now. We need you to register. I need you two gentlemen to register before I leave.
Okay, I'm putting this so they can hit that screen right now so you can do it. And I will register because I'll still be in town. I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Again, Jeremy, thank you so much for sharing with us. This has been Jeremy Wright. We're talking about Black Men, the conference, Empowerment Conference at Fayetteville State University. And definitely register now. We're going to do it before we leave here today. So much is going on. Paul Matthews coming in the building.
All right, Paul. Look at that, Paul. That's Pastor. Ain't Paul Pastor now? Paul wasn't preaching. Well, Paul preaching when I was on the air.
PM. Pastor P.
See? Pastor P now. Can I close like I used to do on my show?
Go.
Listen, if better is possible, good is not enough. You have to imagine your life fulfilled. Dream the impossible. Believe the best is yet to come. Love generously, praise loudly, live fully. And until all have been touched, you got to keep reaching. It's your boy on the Jeremy Wright Morning Show in the afternoon. Holla!